It's your chance to get pieces of Knick history, all to benefit the children of New York. This is Canon Business Solutions Knicks Game Night on MSG. There is a certain buzz at Madison Square Garden tonight. Shaq, Kobe, the mailman, Gary Payton, the Lakers with their one visit of the season at the world's most famous arena tonight. Hi, everybody. I'm Al Trawick. This is the Knicks on MSG. More about the game later, but a little bit about the New York Knicks. Keith Van Horn spraining his ankle in practice will not be available for the Knicks, who on Monday night had a much-needed win against the Boston Celtics. Tonight, without Keith Van Horn, they'll take on the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers lost last night in Detroit, but overall they've won 3 out of 4 with an 8-3 record, putting whatever distractions, as many as they may be, away from the team as long as they're on the court. Now, this week and last week, we've celebrated the Cheering for Children Foundation with a charity week raising an awful lot of money to help keep the kids of New York City busy in the afternoon. We have 5 very unique items to auction off tonight. And again, the telephone number is 212-465-3900. Among the items, and only 5 very exclusive items, is this jersey of Shaquille O'Neal. This is a size 60. And it's shined by Shaq on the back. This thing is so big, you can't believe it. It could be a dress for someone in your life. Anyway, we have other items to talk about. Up for bids tonight. Remember the night when the Knicks honored Patrick Ewing, raising the banner to the rafters? Well, you know, the guest list was unbelievable. Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley, Alonzo Mourning, Starks, Louis Ord, Chris Child, Johnny Newman, Clyde Drexler, Julius Erving, Dikembe Mutombo, Dave DeBusschere, Charles Oakley, Gerald Wilkins, Chris Mullin, and Kenny Walker. They all signed this one basketball. Then there's the 1973 Knicks. After beating the LA Lakers, coming off the floor to win their second championship, we've got a team photo signed in 1997. The photo taken by George Kalinsky. This is an extraordinarily rare item. And we continue. John Starks with the biggest dunk in New York Knick history. How would you like to play a game of horse against him at the Garden? It's up for bids. Plus, the author known as Frenchie painted Allen Houston during a game last year. You can have this exclusive, painted this beautiful portrait of Allen Houston. You can check out his work at FrenchieLive.com. That's Randy Leo Frechette, and that's a one-of-a-kind painting of Allen Houston done last season here at the Garden. Here are the rules. Bidders must be 18 years of age or older. Winning bidders may not work for or be closely related to anybody who has anything to do with the Garden. Winning bidders may be required to sign an affidavit of eligibility and release, and fair market value established on final bid unless otherwise noted. Some of that stuff, I don't know what it means, but those are the rules. Again, the items. A game of horse with John Starks on the court at the Garden. The bidding starts at $1,000. The Patrick Ewing night basketball. The bidding starts at $3,000. The Shaquille O'Neal jersey starts at $1,000. And again, the operators are standing by to take your calls on the 1973 championship Knicks team photo, which is signed by the entire team in the reunion of 25 years in 1997. Allen Houston's painting starts at $2,500, and all the money raised goes to benefit the Cheering for Children Foundation, which works in cooperation with the After School Corporation. That's something we do every single day here at Madison Square Garden. So we've covered that. When we come back, we're going to talk basketball. And this matchup tonight for the New York Knicks, and they have a habit of rising to the occasion when they take on the NBA's best. Shaq, Kobe, and the Lakers tonight.
Canon Business Solutions Knicks Game Night is presented by Canon Business Solutions. Digital technology powered by people.
Your printing demands soared to tens of thousands of pages a day, and you handled it. But your question was, how well? So you embarked on a search until you found it. A better printing solution from Canon. One that brings a new standard to the production environment. Now, life is good. Yes, it's very good indeed.
Dinner's ready. Yeah!
Rotisserie lovers rejoice. The Market Feast is back at Boston Market. With a whole sweet garlic rotisserie chicken, your choice of 3 bold new dipping sauces, 3 of your favorite large side dishes, 4 cornbread, and a family-sized brownie for just $15.99. You may end up needing a bigger family. Boston Market. We're always cooking.
The experts at Hotels.com know exactly how close all the places are to where you want to stay. all at the best price. Hotels.com. Best prices, best places, guaranteed.
Be there first. Where no sports sedan has been before. The all-new 270 horsepower Acura TL. A higher form of performance.
We're back on MSG. It's the Knicks and the Los Angeles Lakers tonight. Security is everywhere. Reporters getting in fights while they're talking to Kobe Bryant. It is crazy. I don't know how the Lakers do this every single night. Meanwhile, let's talk about the New York Knicks. They're trying to get Antonio McDyess back, and in the process of scrimmaging, Keith Van Horn turned an ankle. He will not be available to Don Chaney tonight. Now, that's 17 or 18 points that the Knicks are somehow going to have to make up. Here's head coach Don Chaney on what the Knicks lose when they don't have Keith Van Horn.
It's frustrating because, you know, he's a key piece in terms of our success over the last couple of games. I think with him getting involved and making adjustments and starting to get a feel for the other guys, I think we're playing better as a team. I just hate for him to have a setback, you know, where he's not playing and continue to grow, but hopefully it's not for very long.
Now, Antonio McDyess will not play tonight. Originally, there was a thought that he might return on Monday. That was wrong. Then he said he needed to practice a few more times. Those opportunities come this week. This is Antonio McDyess yesterday for the first time working out in a full 5-on-5 scrimmage. After the game, he said, after the scrimmage, he said he felt like a rookie and not nearly close to where he wants to be. Here's what else he said.
That's a big plus. Not going out there thinking about the knee. I just going up and down when I jump, when I stop. I never even thought about it once, and that's a good thing. Once I get that buried in my head, that's not going to be in the pain or no reaction, bad reaction when I stop or jump. You know, that's going to be a great thing.
Vin Baker rejuvenated and playing well for the Boston Celtics. We take you back to Monday as Boston built up a 17-point lead. But in the fourth quarter, Don Chaney's team came all the way back. Michael Doliak looking good. How about 8 points, 9 rebounds in 19 huge minutes? Under 4 minutes to go, Celtics up a point. Allen Houston nails a jumper. He had 26. Knicks up 85-84. Now under 2 minutes to go. Celtics up 1. Michael Doliak again, not hesitating. Final seconds, Knicks up 3. But the last try by Paul Pierce doesn't hit iron. Knicks win a thriller at the Garden, 89-86, coming all the way back from 17 points down. Now the story of the Los Angeles Lakers. You've got the rape case trial with Kobe Bryant. You've got Kobe and Shaq arguing in the early part of the season. Now that apparently has calmed down. You've got the mailman trying to win a championship. You've got Gary Payton. You've got a great story. They're 8-3 on the season, and on the court they continue to play extraordinarily well. Now they're a little vulnerable on the road. All 3 of their losses have come away from the Staples Center. The Lakers looking at Gary Payton and Karl Malone and seeing some pretty impressive numbers, adding to the fact that Shaq and Kobe are also playing well. Gary Payton's averaging 18 points, shooting 47% from the floor, and looking for his teammates. How about almost 8 assists a game? Karl Malone averaging 25 points, shooting 52% from the floor, grabbing 10 rebounds a game. Those are all-star contributions for Phil Jackson's Lakers, who last night took on the very tough Detroit Pistons. The mailman hitting a jumper. Shaq gets the assist. Lakers lead by 1 after 3 quarters, but that's when it all went wrong. Rip Hamilton scored 6 straight at one point in the fourth. He wound up with 14 points. Then the Pistons up 7. Lakers need a stop. They don't get it. Chauncey Billups wide open. Pistons go up 10 and go on to beat the Lakers 106-96. On the season, here's the story for L.A. They're 8-3, as I mentioned. They've got the best record in the Western Conference. They're perfect at home. They're averaging a lot of points. 3rd in the NBA, shooting well, 2nd in the league, and passing the ball. 24 assists a game. That's a lot. 2nd best in the NBA. Time now for the Hyundai key matchup. It is Allen Houston who'll be busy tonight trying to keep up with Kobe Bryant. Kobe's been pouring in some points. Last season against the Knicks, 43. Remember Allen Houston in February. The Knicks beat the Lakers 117-110. He scored 53 points, tying a Knick franchise high against the Lakers. Willis Reed set that mark. When we come back, Phil Jackson. A lot to talk about with Marv Albert as we continue on Cannon Business Solutions Knicks Game Night.
Tonight on MSG, get caught up on all the latest sports news with a New York sports leader. MSG Sports Desk, tonight and every night, only on MSG.
When you talk about important design features, the GMC Envoy can teach the imports a lesson. Because with a tighter turning radius and more horsepower than Honda Pilot, Toyota 4Runner, and Lexus RX 330, the Envoy is engineered to be in a class of its own. Get a 2004 Envoy 4x4 SLE for around $329 a month with Smart Buy financing. Call for residency restrictions and other details. See the pros at your local GMC dealers.
The question she had was a universal one. What do men want? Well, there are a few essentials that every man's wardrobe should have, from classic choices to more contemporary looks. Because what men want, well, that's complicated. But what they need, now that we know something about.
Happy holidays from the Men's Warehouse.
You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it.
Hey, Mom.
Billy, what have you been doing?
I was online, doing my ocean report. I was checking out some movie clips of great whites while watching a streaming video about shipwrecks. Oh, no. I left the computer on!
Experience the internet as never before with Verizon Online DSL with MSN 8. It's just $34.95 a month. This is powerful stuff.
Verizon. Make progress every day.
There's a state where there's fun around every corner, where all cars are turbocharged, and there's a direct link between the right foot and a smile. Maybe that's why people who test drive a Saab usually buy one. This is the state of independence. Welcome.
The turbocharged Saab 9.3 linear sports sedan. Available in the state of independence for as low as $289 a month.
Basketball is the city's game, and New York City is Knicks basketball.
Yes, and it counts.
Knicks basketball on MSG Network, a tradition as rich and proud as the city itself.
Beautiful drive by Houston.
They play this game elsewhere, but not like they play it here. New York City, the Knicks, and MSG Network. This is our time. Catch Knicks basketball on the Knicks Network all season on MSG.
Welcome back. No matter how you cut it, Phil Jackson is all about winning. Winning championships as a player with the New York Knicks, then spending time in the CBA to learn how to be a coach, and then winning all those championships with the Chicago Bulls, and now 3 more with the Los Angeles Lakers. That's a lot of winning. As we turn now to the Canon Business Solutions Coach's Corner, Marv Albert sat down a few minutes ago with Phil Jackson.
These days, Phil Jackson is best known as the head coach of 9 NBA championship teams, 6 with the Bulls, 3 with the Lakers. That is Red Auerbach territory. But Knick fans who go back a few years remember that gangly kid from North Dakota, Phil Action Jackson, a tenacious defender. The occasional sweeping hook shot. He'd provide the windmill effect on defending against the inbounds pass, and an important member of those outstanding Knick teams of the early 70s. Phil, you come back to this building. Does it inspire a few memories for you?
There's a load of memories. Besides, George Kalinsky's doing a whole book on the memories of this place, besides the basketball games, which are terrific because of the teams we had and the competition we had. You know, I went to Rangers games, I went to concerts, I went to the Ollie Frazier fights. There's a ton of things that were in this garden that are memories.
Now, you often talk about the influence that your coach, Red Holzman, had on you and your coaching now. Is there any particular concept that stands out in your mind that you have carried over?
Well, the one thing that you'll like is that I've always kept my office the bathroom, which was Red's place. Come on into my office. Yeah. That was always the John if you needed to talk to a player. Yes. So I've always had that as my office, and I've thought that was a great feature.
That's very encouraging for your players, I'm sure.
It is. We get right down to the basics.
Now, your Laker team has 4 future Hall of Famers, and I know that you've made the point that the only way that this can work is if they play unselfishly, and you have drawn comparisons to those days, talking about Willis Reed and Clyde and Bill Bradley and Dave DeBusschere, Earl Monroe. You ever consider showing the guys film, and it was film then, from those days, or would they not take it seriously because of the short shorts?
Well, I think the short shorts will take it away from them, but I made the mistake of doing that one time and showing a tape, And it was a Bullets Knick playoff game in 72, I believe it was. Maybe it was 73. It was one of those great 7-game series we had with the Bullets. After the whole thing was over, I expected what defense or teamwork or organization. I asked the kids, you know, there were no dunks in the ball game. Not a dunk. You know, when you think about it.
Which is interesting,
yes.
and perhaps what made that basketball a little bit more appetizing.
Well, it was. I mean, the dunk wasn't that big a part of it, but, you know, you look at Dave DeBusschere was the power forward, Gus Johnson, Bullets power forwards. They were 6'6", 6'7" guys. Our centers were 6'9", and Willis, and 6'8", and Wes Unseld. You know, there weren't a lot of guys that were, you know, the size of the players today. That was the small era of the NBA. But dunking wasn't considered the ultimate, you know, goal of the players either.
Although, Phil, you look back to those days and check the record books, as I know you do on an everyday basis. The guys didn't shoot as proficiently as you might think. Now, the shot selection might have been better.
Yes.
But they didn't shoot particularly well.
Right. The big thing about shooting has been the three-point line. The three-point line's changed basketball because people are either shooting three-point shots or they're going all the way to the basket to try and get layups. There's that in-between game is kind of missing. Whereas there was, you know, a range of shots from 25, you know, 15 to 12-foot shots back in those days, which were really considered great shots. And now you see the guys standing behind an arc, which, you know, really has changed how we play the game.
Now, the Laker record is 8-3, but how difficult has it been for you, what with the ongoing Kobe Bryant legal issues and the most unusual dynamic between your two star players, Shaq and Kobe?
Well, that really threw us into discord. I shouldn't say discord, but, you know, into a little bit of a turmoil because, you know, it was before the season even started. And, you know, we were like, you know, do these guys want to play together? And if so, how are we going to redeem this or make this happen to work in our favor? And we eliminated that really quickly as you know, players said, it's over, it's gone, it's beyond us. You know, the Kobe Bryant thing doesn't go away. Every city we go to, there's more things that are you know, there's more information coming from the prosecutors. There are more trial dates later on down the road for us to look at, or more appearances. And so we can't get a real scope on, okay, this thing's going to be over in, you know, May or June or when? In March? What's the parameters of time here? We need to have that kind of resolve for us.
No doubt it's going to be one of the most challenging years for Phil Jackson. So far, the Lakers are getting it done with that winning record and best in their division, best in the conference. They have, however, lost 3 straight games on the road. They look to snap that against the New York Knicks. You'll get an update from the MSG Sports Desk, and then it's time for the opening tip.
I'm very driven and very ambitious. Probably has a lot to do with my background. Grew up one of 8 kids, raised by my mother. We didn't have very much money, so college wasn't an immediate option for me. I went back to school at 27, got my MBA law degree. Now I've got a lot of loans. Fleets helped me with everything. Checking, savings, IRAs. I even invest there.
Banking and investing solutions from Fleet and Quick and Riley. It's just one way we help Eric Evans make smarter decisions with his money so he can move forward with life.
I wouldn't change a thing.
You think about the conditions people have to drive in, how they're not always perfect. Then you build the 2004 Volvos with electronically controlled all-wheel drive for confidence on any road.
Hi, everybody. I'm Al Troutwig. Tonight on Angles, presented by Beck's, Much Ado About Freddie Ado. We'll give you the inside story on the signing of this 14-year-old to play professional soccer in Washington, D.C. Plus, the writers will join us on a Writer's Block edition of Angles, presented by Beck's tonight.
New York's favorite read is the New York Post, with hard-hitting news and the best sports section in town. Now the Post introduces NYP Tempo, the new monthly section that captures the rich culture of the city's Latino community. NYP Tempo. Pick up the next issue December 10th, only in the Post.
Back with more on Canon Business Solutions Knicks game night. I'm Deb Kaufman at the MSG Sports Desk. Coming off of an impressive win against the Celtics, the Knicks welcome in the traveling circus that is the LA Lakers to start this season. With Kobe Bryant's highly publicized legal troubles overshadowing the new-look Lakers, the Knicks will be concerned only with new additions Karl Malone and Gary Payton and how they make the talented Lakers even more talented on the floor.
And that look, they are an all-star team. There's no question about that. But it's a challenge. I mean, it's a challenge just playing the Lakers in general. But, you know, they have great balance and great depth, and we're going to be challenged.
Yeah, but only one can do it at one time. You know what I mean? And that's the beauty of it. I mean, yeah, everybody's capable, but, you know, only one guy's going to be able to shoot the ball and make the play. And that's why you have 5 guys out there working your butts off to prevent it.
Allen Houston's best game last season was against the Lakers at the Staples Center in LA. He's looking forward to this one tonight. We're back to Al Trautwig and our guys upstairs on the Garden floor right after this.
Canon Business Solutions Knicks game night has been presented by Canon Business Solutions. Digital technology powered by people.
The Hyundai Santa Fe is making more sense to more people. It's loaded with standard features and costs $1,300 less than a Toyota RAV4 when comparably equipped. And only Hyundai has America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles. Test drive the 2004 Hyundai Santa Fe, starting at just $17,494 with Sport Utility Package. With Hyundai, you win. Get up to $2,000 cash back or 0% APR for up to 36 months.
Stop by Circuit City this Friday and Saturday only for huge savings on TVs, computers, and more. Save $50 to $300 and pay no interest for 18 months on all TVs $399 and up. Like this Magnavox 55-inch projection TV, just $799.99 after mail-in rebate. And get this eMachines computer system for only $349.99 after mail-in rebates. It's all going on Friday and Saturday only at Circuit City. We're with you.
I always liked castles when I was a child.
My wife has hobbies collecting antiques and restoring old Victorian homes. I'm an orthopedic surgeon.
Raises exotic clams.
We want to see our children have everything, including the best education.
Well, Fleet was able to come up with a plan that allowed us to put away a certain amount every month.
Banking and investing solutions from Fleet and Quick and Riley. It's just one way we help Renata and Adam Sawyer make smarter decisions with their money so they can move forward with life.
A happy and financially secure future for our children is our main goal, and have some fun in the meantime.
Take a chance, make it happen. Pop the cork, finger snapping. Spin the wheel, round and round we go. Life is good, life is sweet. Grab yourself a front row seat. Let's meet and have a ball. Let's live, yeah, let's live for the wonder of it all. Meet me at Foxwoods. Foxwoods.
MSG Network. This is our town.
I know why Staples coach Marsh Petracio's fired up. He heard we have a record 35 highlights on tonight's show. You check us out at 11 on High School Weekly.
Monday night against Boston, the Knicks would rally from 17 points down. Picking up their intensity on both ends of the floor, the Knicks would come up with key stops, leading to big shots, propelling them to a much-needed three-point victory. Tonight, the Los Angeles Lakers roll into town with a star-studded lineup featuring 4 future Hall of Famers. With the addition of Karl Malone and Gary Payton, LA is poised for another run at the title. It's the Lakers and Knicks next on MSG. The crowd still filing into Madison Square Garden. It will be a sellout tonight. Better than 19,000 on hand for the New York Knicks and the Los Angeles Lakers in their first meeting of the season. And with Kobe in town, as you would expect, he was very much in demand. And we'll be hearing from Kobe Bryant later on. Hi, everybody. I'm Marv Albert along with Walt Clyde Frazier. First, the injury report. Keith Van Horn, who sprained his ankle in practice yesterday, will sit out tonight. Instead, Shannon Anderson will be in the starting lineup. And Clyde, in talking with Phil Jackson just a couple of minutes ago, he says when it comes to the Knicks, no question, his major concern is Allen Houston, who lit up the Lakers last February in L.A. for a career-high 53 points. And Allen has been on a roll recently after he got over the knee problems, the back problems. He has averaged better than 28 points per game the last 7 games.
Yeah, but knowing Phil Jackson, having played with him, he will be double and triple teaming Houston tonight. It will not allow Allen to beat him. But in this particular game in L.A., a career game for Allen Houston. So he had it all going with the jumper, magnificent wheeling and dealing to the basket. So he was invincible, indefensible. The Knicks are hoping he can duplicate this performance tonight. And that is going to be illuminating now with Van Horn out of the lineup. Houston's blinking and thinking that his proliferation will continue.
And here are the numbers of that memorable game for Allen Houston and the Knicks in Staples last season. 18 of 29, 13 of 15 from the foul line, and 4 from downtown. As for the Lakers, despite all the turmoil, they're off to a good start, record of 8-3, although they did lose last night in Detroit. But as always, this is a team that revolves around Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant. And as far as Kobe is concerned, still going well despite all the off-the-court legal issues.
Right, it's very humbling, these two guys in town. I walked through the stands tonight, no one even recognized me. They were waiting for Shaq and Kobe. So these are the dynamic duo of the Lakers, though. They're top guns. Kobe seemed to be undaunted by all of his woes, so he continued to lead the Lakers. And perimeter shot has really catapulted him into superstardom. He's lethal from the line as well. Shaquille O'Neal, the most omnipotent player in the game right now, is 7-1. Once he gets on the low post, almost impossible to deny. So he will require double and triple teaming by the Knicks. Also at that size, unbelievable quickness. And he will dish the ball off as well. So Shaq must be denied going to the rack tonight. A lot of Knicks have to participate on the defense.
Clyde, you're going to be all right, though? You can handle it?
I'm over it now, Mark.
All right, Kobe's numbers are slightly down, averaging 21.5, shooting 48%. Shaq averaging 21 and 12. And once again, they are the highest scoring 1-2 punch in the NBA. Earlier, we talked with Phil Jackson and asked how difficult has it been with all that has gone on, and how are Shaq and Kobe getting on these days?
Well, I think it's all right. I think they're just defined a little territory that's, their area, and I think that's kind of what you see in role playing a lot of times as a coach. You see guys want to have a space that they kind of define as, this is my area. Kobe's saying, don't talk about my game, I won't talk about yours, kind of thing. And I think they've kind of defined what they want to see as my territories, and now they're ready to play basketball.
All right, Phil Jackson and the Lakers with 4 future Hall of Famers now in the starting lineup, along with Shaq and Kobe. They have 2 other pretty good players right here in Gary Payton and Karl Malone. Coming up, it's the Knicks and the Lakers. We'll be back with the starting lineups and the opening tip in a moment.
How good is your game plan? No matter what the conditions, Oppenheimer Funds has always believed in sticking to the fundamentals, a strategy that's proven itself time and time again. Oppenheimer Funds, the right way to invest.
Whoa! No score!
We're leaving in 5 minutes, guys.
The Mercedes-Benz C240 sedan, available with 4MATIC all-wheel drive. Disappointing kids all over the tri-state area.
Iverson has it, lost the ball.
confident player right now, isn't he?
He is. And, you know, they're going to play to him. He's not just an odd man out. He's going to be...
I think you're pretty good on the basketball court. How would you like to play a game of horse on the court at the Garden against John Starks? That is up for bids, and the bidding starts at $1,000. The Shaquille O'Neal jersey starts at $1,000. Another item is this item, a portrait done by George Kalinsky celebrating the 1973 Knicks championship. On the occasion of the 25th anniversary, all the members of that Knicks team, and of course now we know we have sadly lost Red Holtzman and Dave DeBuscher, making this signed item, which will be framed when you get it. By our staff here. That item and the bidding starts at $1,200 again, and operators are standing by at 212-465-3900. A quick look at this, a painting by Frenchie of Allen Houston, and that signed basketball signed by all the celebrities that were here on Patrick Ewing night. So we're standing by to take your calls. We'll be back after this. It's time for the Knicks and the Los Angeles Lakers.
When you talk Lakers, up front, Karl Malone, Shaquille O'Neal, and Devin George, Gary Payton, and Kobe Bryant in the backcourt. Moments ago, the introduction of the starting lineups on the public address, and here is how the Garden crowd greeted Kobe Bryant. Clyde, I think he's heard worse. There were certainly cheers, mixed reaction, more boos, but Shaq, I thought, received a similar reception.
Yeah, Shaq had a better reception. It's Kobe now, the camaraderie of the Lakers, but they've lost 3 consecutive road games, so they're looking to redeem themselves after losing last night at Detroit.
The Pistons last night shot 57% from the field as they beat the Lakers by 10. Kobe only 4 of 14 from the field last night. Lakers had won 3 straight prior to the loss last night.
And some Laker woes, folks. Their bench has been playing poorly, so not getting a boost from their free throw woes, 67% collectively. Not really intimidating, only Shaq blocking shots 2 a game. 3-point shooting also woeful, 28% from downtown for these Lakers.
The Knicks coming off the win here over the Celtics on Monday night. That stopped the losing streak at 4. They are now 3-7. Knicks bouncing back from the disheartening loss to the Indiana Pacers here on Saturday, despite that 24-0 run in the third quarter to come back from 15 down. The officials are Tim Donaghy, Mark Wonderlich, and Tony Brown as the Lakers control the opening tip. Here's Malone. Payton shoots the 3. Gary Payton putting up good numbers, averaging 15 points, 7 assists.
The Lakers only 1 of 8 from downtown last night, off to a good start right now.
And the glove defending on Isley is called for the foul, a holding foul.
Foolish foul by Payton. If a man is not a threat, why foul him? So the Knicks would have it along the side.
Looking back to last season, the Lakers won here at the Garden, and the Knicks won in L.A. with Allen Houston putting up the 53 points. Houston being played by Bryant, being played well, and he's still able to score.
Kobe, all defensive team, that time no avail all over Houston, but in vain.
And the call away from the ball. It is Dikembe Mutombo who is battling for position on Shaquille O'Neal. Dikembe Mutombo playing with that strained right groin. Played only 19 minutes against the Celtics Monday night. Did not attempt a shot. Houston makes Bryant give it up. And Kobe hearing it from the crowd as he forces and hits as he went to the fadeaway.
Houston all over Kobe, so Kobe the Avenger that time along the baseline.
Lakers 5 and the Knicks 2, and now away from the ball. Another foul, and it's called on Bryant.
Bryant too aggressive with Houston. Houston trying to penetrate along the baseline. So again, none shooting. The Knicks will have it adjacent to their bench.
Isley looking for the pick. Now Isley gives it up. A bad pass. So for the Knicks, who have been turning the ball over on a frequent basis, that's their first.
They're averaging 17 turnovers a game.
We are just underway here at the Garden. Lakers in possession, and they have a 5-2 lead. It's an unusual two-game road trip for Los Angeles. Nice play as Bryant sets it up for O'Neal. Lakers are back home for the Bulls on Friday. That'll be the start of a 5-game homestand, but a 2-game trip. They go to the Midwest to play Detroit. They come here to New York, and then they go back. Houston. And the long rebound handled by Payton.
Payton, a good rebound, averaging 4 a game.
Here's Malone, he's fouled. Thomas going for the ball and called for the foul. That'll put Malone at the line.
Mailman doing what he does best, creating havoc in transition. 6'9", 260 pounds of fury. Let's take a look at the pick and roll. One of the oldest plays in basketball. Still one of the most efficient. So Shaq to resounding stuff, and Mailman at the line for 2.
Lakers having their trouble at the line. Their last in free throw percentage, just 67%. Malone has been off. Shaq has been, well, Shaq. Tonight's New York Knicks high definition broadcast being presented by Panasonic. Ideas for life. Karl Malone irritated his strained left hamstring last night in the loss against the Pistons in Detroit. Took treatment earlier today than prior to the game. This is a guy who rarely misses in his distinguished 19-year career. Overall, he has missed only 10 games. 4 for injury. Houston is able to drill it. The other games missed because of various suspensions. Lakers with an 8-4 lead. Bryant getting the step, and he is fouled by Houston. The basket will not count.
Houston has to take away his right hand. So that time just allowing Kobe to manipulate to the right side. See right there, he's forcing them to go right. There's no help coming. Mutombo with the foul. Bryant at the line for 2.
No, they gave him the continuation, Clyde, and the basket does count. And now looking for a three-point play. So Kobe got the benefit of the doubt.
Yep, Kobe an excellent shooter from the line, only about 88% from there.
Lakers 11, the Knicks 4. Kobe Bryant all over Allen Houston.
This swarming Laker defense.
And that's a goal tag. Shaquille O'Neal is puzzled by that call.
I think a good call, though, by the official. Shaq seemed to have lost some weight. They wanted him to lose weight. Looked like he's getting there.
Yeah, he came in very trim. Saw that replay. I'm not sure he made contact with the basketball. Payton. Good hustle by George. And last touch by the Knicks.
Surprisingly, last night, the Lakers 27 rebounds. I thought there was a misprint on the stat sheet. It's incredible.
They did shoot 47%, as I mentioned earlier. Pistons 57% from the field, led by Chauncey Billups, who had 24 points. Fouled against the Knicks. It is on Houston. That's his second.
And he will have to take a seat. Let's see what Chaney does. He's going to take a gamble with Houston and leave him in the game. Now he's telling them to switch. He's telling Anderson to get on Kobe, Houston on George. So obviously that's a mismatch. George 6'8", Houston 6'6".
And let's see if the Lakers go to Devin George. Kobe spinning his way to set it up, and Shaq puts it down and it lands in the photographer's area.
Yeah, the master blaster by Shaq. So good creativity by Kobe to find him now.
Thomas slapped back by Mutombo, but handled by the Lakers. Here comes Payton. And he's rejected. Isley with the block. It was a telegraph shot by Payton. Houston for 3. And at the other end, Houston has switched off to George.
You see the Lakers looking to run every time Payton pushing it up quickly.
Tripping foul called on Thomas. That is the second on Kurt Thomas.
And already the Knicks in the penalty. Watch the creativity by Kobe to Shaq. 7-2 Thunder with his second stuff of the game. So now the Knicks in the penalty, the Lakers will shoot 2.
Tomorrow on MSG, stay on top of the New York sports scene and have your voice heard. It's Talk of Our Town. Tomorrow on MSG.
To the fundamentals, a strategy that's proven itself time and time again. Oppenheimer Funds, the right way.
That was tricky, that last word. You did. Hey, that sealed it for you. $1,600 that round. Our big winners, $10,800. Congratulations, Lisa.
Thank you.
Nice going, Amari. That goes to your charity, and we're not finished. We're going to play a bonus round in a moment, so you guys stay right here. Well, the nice thing is, I'm going to turn you around so everyone all can see you, and we have congratulations all around because you win $4,950. You got to play with Derek. Hey, Derek, $10,000 will go to your charity. We're very happy to say thank you very much for being here. Good luck to you. All right. And let's move down here, and another good haul, I would say, for you two. You should be very pleased. Clarice, you're going to leave here with $6,000. Thank you very much for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Teresa, great to meet you. And $10,000 goes to your charity.
Thank you.
Say thank you very much. All right. We'll root these guys on now, okay? We'll take you over to bonus land in a minute. You'll win some more stuff and maybe $100,000. That would be good.
Yeah.
That would be great. Yeah, good. We'll be back.
It calls up.
Family with Reg. I mean, you know, one of my favorite tricks was to sweep the kitchen at dinner.
All conditions. That's the power behind Oppenheimer Funds. The right way to invest.
I go in expecting the worst. You know, some arenas have been great. Some, we just go out and play the game, and you know, whatever happens, happens. Wherever there's sentiment towards me, I mean, I can't change that. I can't affect that. So I just go out and do what I do.
The reaction from the crowd this evening has been, Clyde, I'd say, normal circumstances for Kobe here at the Garden. He heard the boos when he was introduced to the crowd when the lineups were run down, but there were also cheers.
Yeah, I think it's half and half right now. A lot of Kobe jerseys out in the Knick crowd, sellout crowd tonight at the world's most famous arena.
Karl Malone will shoot 2. You look back at the career of Karl Malone, his first 2 years, he was 48% at the line and then 59% at the line. Last year, up to 76%.
Yep, because he goes there frequently, so it behooved him to improve from the line, and of course he did. Also, the 15-foot jumper, 15, 18-foot jumper propelled the mailman into superstardom as well.
Lakers off to a 15-6 lead, and the Knicks with 2 fouls apiece on Allen Houston and Kurt Thomas. Here is Isley for 3. Yes. And the Knicks do need offense from others in the absence of Keith Van Horn, sitting out with a sprained right ankle. That injury sustained in practice yesterday. Malone with the open shot. George with the tip. Nice play by Devin George, who has played well. He's averaging 10 points, 6 rebounds.
Remember, Houston switched on George, so Houston not accustomed to blocking out.
Isley with the finger roll. Nice move. He got it overshot.
5 consecutive points now for Howard. That's what he's averaging on the season.
So the Knicks are trailing by 6. Bryant being played by Anderson. Kobe coming up short. Handled by Thomas. Here's Isley on the run. Finding Anderson. They'll let him shoot from there. And he knocks down the 3. Jordan Anderson, who has been shooting poorly. He's only 30% from the field. That's just his 5th three-pointer in 17 tries. You saw the Lakers actually back away. Bryant wide open. That's a layup.
Yeah, Peyton drawing the double inside. So Kobe 10 feet away along the baseline.
Lakers 19, the Knicks 14. Oh, Isley feeling it. And you can hear the mumbling from the crowd on that shot.
Yeah, neither team would very cohesive right now.
That's a double dribble. And the ball back to the Knicks.
George in chaos. He tried to go behind his back. The ball bounced off his foot, and then he double dribbled. So the Knicks will have it in the front court.
There is Keith Van Horn sitting next to Knicks assistant coach Herb Williams. So Michael Doliak on the other side. Doliak, a major factor in the win here Monday night against the Celtics. Call against the Knicks, an offensive foul. Mutombo tried to set a pick and was on the move.
We mentioned the lack of cohesion by both offenses now. The Knicks in disarray, so are the Lakers. And this is a non-shooting foul. See Mutombo left side of your screen? Right there, he was moving. You cannot move. Must be stationary.
Mutombo called for his second. He takes a seat. And here is Doliak, who, as I mentioned, played well against the Celtics the other night. 8 points, 9 rebounds in 19 minutes.
Well, right now, Shaq salivating at seeing him enter the game.
Bryant with the ball fake. Had nowhere to go. He thought he was fouled. There's Anderson. Accelerates and scores. Shannon Anderson with a beautiful hesitation move.
This is vintage Anderson now. This is the way he played last season, his best as a Knick.
As Shaq makes his move, Doliak trying to keep him away, is called for the blocking foul, and that will put O'Neal at the line with the Knicks over the foul limit.
Look at that, Shannon, the hesitation dribble, eluding Shaq, and the good stuff. Previously, he made a three-pointer in front of the Knick bench. So the Lakers not getting back. There you saw a very porous Laker transition D.
And Clyde Shaq has regressed at the foul line. Last year, he was up to 62%. He is 47% at the line this season. And he barely got that off.
Yeah, shooting a knuckleball. No rotation on his shot. It's like trying to aim it in there rather than shooting it. That's better. A little more focus.
Changed the delivery from what we saw last year.
Yeah.
Lakers up by 4. Just under 6 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Bad play. Thomas not able to handle that pass. Now Malone at the post. Nice setup for George, and he'll go to the foul line.
Mailman, an excellent passer, so he's averaging 4 assists. But Isley at 6'2" should not let the 6'8" George do this to him. Look where Howard Isley turns his head, and that's the step that George needed to get to the basket to draw the foul. You have to see the ball and see your man simultaneously. So now the Lakers, as we mentioned, collectively only 67% shooting from the line.
And Devin George, a 73% free throw shooter. Well, Knicks season tickets, mini plans, and 6-game micro plans are on sale now. To purchase your Knicks ticket package or for additional information, call the Knicks season subscriptions department at 212-631-5480. You can call them now. Speak to a sales representative. 212-631-5480. Doliak had a quick release. And rebounded by Malone. Now, if Doliak can hit his shot, Bryant able to go all the way. He's been off. Bad play, but kept alive. And Malone finds Bryant. Bryant spinning his way. Wild shots here by the Lakers, but Anderson lost to George for O'Neal. Last touch by the Lakers. I started to say if Doliak can hit his shot, it would be a great advantage to the Knicks because Shaq does not go out to the perimeter.
Right, in the 14 to 15-foot range. And Doliak was canning that shot the previous game as he was our player of the game.
Here's Anderson putting moves on George. Thomas with the rebound. Rejected by O'Neal. And it will count. That's a second goaltending call on Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, Thomas has been magnificent. So over the last 2 games, averaging 13 points, 14 rebounds. So right there, Shaq, second goaltender of the game. Peyton will bring it up.
Mention the 14 rebounds by Thomas the other night, 10 on the offensive glass. Knicks now down by 3. Malone. Nice touch by Karl Malone. Lakers 23, the Knicks 18.
Good recovery by the Knicks. Allen Houston has not been a factor. The Knicks is staying close.
Houston with the 2 fouls. There's Doliak knocking one down. Shaq came out late.
Now Shaq looking to retaliate inside.
Not able to.
Knicks trailing now 23-20, 4 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Anderson using the pick. Good play by Thomas, but not able to keep it on the court.
Let's take a look at Doliak and what he's up against Shaquille O'Neal. 7'2" Shaq, 6'10" Doliak. Shaq rehearsed the shot and misfires on it.
Lakers last season went 50-32, got off to that slow start. O'Neal lost it. Here's Isley running the floor. Isley all the way, and he's fouled. He's hit by Malone. Howard Isley, one-time teammate of Karl Malone with the Utah Jazz. Howard, the backup to John Stockton.
You would not know it from that play. Malone smacked him down and did not help him get up. So again, a good swarming Nick D forcing the turnover. Watch Malone on the play. He's going to knock him down, but will not help him up as he walks away from him.
He looked like he thought about it. He was about to extend and then just walked by Howard Isley with a smile, and Isley smiled at him as if to say, you know, there's no way I was going to help you up. Timeout called, 3:42 remaining in the first. Lakers up by 2. Seattle losing last night to Miami, so they're now 6-3, followed by Sacramento at 6 up and 4 down.
I get the feeling tonight that Lakers are not taking the Knicks seriously. They're not playing as a team. A lot of one-on-one play by Shaq and Kobe. So they're going to have to tighten up their transition defense as well, as the Knicks have been able to remain competitive, albeit Allen Houston, the Knicks' top gun, has not been a factor. He has 2 fouls as well.
Clyde, you look at this Laker team with the combination of Shaq, Kobe, Gary Payton, Karl Malone. Do you know the last team with at least 4 future Hall of Famers in their starting lineup? This is not the Nissan trivia. No, this is just for discussion. Well, the Knicks of the 70s. Your guys, you and Willis and Bill Bradley, Dave DeBusschere, and then later on Earl Monroe.
Right.
Lakers up 23-22. O'Neal with the step on Doliak, and a foul. Oh, Shaq is up. Nearly took the basket down, and then here's it from this crowd.
He's been punishing the rim a couple of times with reverberating dunks by Shaq. This time there was the foul right there, a belated call, and then the frustration by Shaq as he goes to the line.
Foul on Isley, so Shaq 1 for 2 at the line. Well, Shaq will tell you that when the game is on the line, he will hit the free throws, which doesn't necessarily make sense, because if you don't hit the free throws early, the game may not be on the line.
Right, they all add up. Well, he was trying to imply that he's a pressure player.
Yeah.
When it's on, he can make them.
Although he does do better in final minutes.
Because of Hacker Shaq, he got tired of them fouling him.
Anderson with a nice move. Shannon very offensive geared, making his first start of the season in the absence of the injured Keith Van Horn.
Now the teamwork by the Lakers.
Oh, beautifully done. A gorgeous over-the-head pass by Malone to set it up. The basket counts. And a foul.
Now a little more focus, and not the hocus-pocus by these Lakers we saw early on. So now you see them capitalizing on what they do best, dishing. They averages 24 assists a game. Previously finding Shaq, and this time Kobe, the recipient.
And that was number 3 on Houston. Kobe Bryant, who is an outstanding free throw shooter at 88%, showing us a rare miss.
Things like it gets worse for the Knicks. They're without Van Horn, second leading scorer. Now their top gun will have to lead the game.
Allen Houston will depart shortly. Fella Harrington is at the scorer's table. That will mean Shannon Anderson moving to the shooting guard position.
That's going to put a tremendous burden on these Knicks to come up with offense.
Coming up on 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. O'Neal with a jump hook. Nice move as he goes glass.
Amazing grace by the 7'1", 340-pound O'Neal.
Knicks take a timeout. Lakers up by 6, just under 2 remaining in the first quarter. There's a 20-second timeout taken by Don Chaney.
Let's take a look at the grandeur of O'Neal. And that's also, you see the maturation of Shaquille. Early on was just a dunker. He had no finesse. Right there, obviously working on his game and developing the hook shot, which will be unstoppable for a man that's 7'1".
It does not get any easier for the Knicks. They'll play the Pistons in Detroit on Friday night. A game we'll have for you on Foul here in the first quarter. Derek Fisher has checked in for the Lakers, replacing Kobe Bryant. So Kobe sits down, 4 of 8 from the field, 9 points.
The Knicks an anemic scoring team with Houston. And now without him, is Thomas able to score inside?
Second field goal for Thomas. He has 4. 28-24, Lakers. Shaq playing the high post, working his way on Doliak, and that's very similar to the move we saw a moment ago. He's able to go glass.
But a little closer that time, about 10 feet away for Shaq. So Doliak 6'11", you wouldn't know it. Shaq is 7'1", no problem shooting over him.
10 points for Shaquille O'Neal. And a kickball called on Fisher. Now Charlie Ward will come on for Howard Isley.
Again, the quickness of Shaq, the agility, and the soft touch off the glass. So 2 consecutive hoops by Shaq on this particular play. That time 8 feet away, previously 12 feet away.
Shaq will sit down. Horace Grant will check in.
I know Shaq is saying, why, man? I'm starting to erupt. Why are you taking me out?
Horace in his 17th NBA season off the steal. Here comes Payton, and he's hit on a reach-in. So Payton will head to the foul line.
Payton, a perennial all-defensive team player as well. Always among the leaders in steals, overplaying the passing lane. Ward telegraphing the pass. There's the foul. And Payton shooting to the Shaq and Kobe chilling.
Can see some conversation between the two.
Yep, there's been friction.
As Phil Jackson put it in our talk that we showed you on Knicks game night, though, it's all part of role play, according to the analyzing the film. He said they're working it out. They're much better now. Very unusual dynamics. In particular, 2 stars. As Payton off the steal, kicks it back. 2 stars going so public about their disagreements. That's a traveling violation on Gary Payton. I can't recall any similar incident in any sport. The way these guys went at each other in public prior to the start of the season.
Right.
And there are a lot of guys that don't like each other on the same team, but you rarely
never go to the press and air it out, right?
Here's Thomas. Coming up on 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
You can hear Phil Jackson whistling over the crowd. Strong whistle by Phil telling his team 1 shot.
1 second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Fisher shoots the 3. Final seconds. Anderson has to hurry. After 1 here at the Garden, it's the Lakers 32 and the Knicks 24. Lakers conclude the first with a 9-2 run.
Enjoy it everywhere.
Brilliant!
You are now free to move about the country.
you'll also get this audio tape on the most effective fitness and fat loss supplements free. Make fitness a part of your life. Call now or order online at our website, fitnessmadesimple.com.
ESPN's presentation of the preseason NIT.
Hall of Famers tonight on Fox Sports Net.
Scalable end-to-end. They're customer-centric.
We're more contract.
Effects were mild, ear infections and joint and muscle pain. Now, with the number of healthy children using growth hormone likely to skyrocket, a lot of people are wondering how safe the drug really is.
Power and safety, living in perfect harmony.
New York Knicks basketball is brought to you in part by MetLife. Have you MetLife today? By Office Depot, what you need to know. And by Panasonic, ideas for life. Marv Albert, Walt Clyde Frazier, Al Travelers, 3 Knicks championship team. Clyde, as you reflect back, and you and Phil roomed together for a while, right?
Right, as rookies, right? We came to the team the same year. I was first round draft choice, Phil was second. And he's a defensive specialist. He brought those long arms. So that's how we actually got in the game together. When the team needed defense, Phil and I would be inserted into the game to create havoc on the defense.
Did you think at the time there was any shot that Phil Jackson would be a head coach ever down the road?
No, I never envisioned that.
That had to be a surprise to everyone. I remember thinking at the time, maybe the theater critic for the Village Voice, head of the gaming commission in Montana.
Right.
But it may have changed his views when he sat out actually the 69-70 championship season and spent a lot of time on the bench next to Red Holzman.
Oh, I see a lot of Red's philosophy of coaching utilized by Phil Jackson. I think he's the quintessential player's coach.
And as Karl Malone made the steal on the deflection, a loose ball foul on Thomas. That's his third, so 3 apiece on Houston and Thomas.
And the helter-skelter Knick offense continues, so the Lakers will bring it up.
Here's Clarence Weatherspoon checking in for the first time. How about the Knicks? 12 personal fouls. Lakers with 3, and the Knicks in severe foul trouble. 3 apiece on Houston and Thomas, 2 apiece on Mutombo and Isling.
And look at this unit that's on the court now. Where's the offense coming from?
And that is deflected. Out of bounds, last touched by the Knicks. Payton and Fisher in the backcourt with Malone, Grant, and George up front. So Shaq and Kobe getting a rest.
Yep, remember the Lakers played last night. They lost at Detroit, so bench play will be illuminated tonight for them.
Fisher not able to hit once again from downtown.
Fisher has not played well early in the season.
Derek at one time was in the starting lineup, and with Gary Payton coming on, signing with the Lakers, Fisher's been coming off the bench. Fisher again not able to hit. Fisher backs it up, looks to go glass, and he's had his problems. 0 for 4 from the field, and a foul. And that's the second on Payton. Derek Fisher comes in shooting only 34%.
And that has plummeted after the last 4 misses. So that last one, an easy one, 10 feet away, cannot finish.
Here's Kobe Bryant for Gary Payton.
So here you see the cheers and the boos about equal for Kobe Bryant.
And now Frank Williams, second-year man from Illinois, will check in for the first time.
Dazzling play by Frank Marv the previous game. He did some good things out there breaking down the defense.
Weatherspoon trying to post up on George. Here's Ward for 3. Yes. So the Lakers now lead at 32-27.
Kobe very lackadaisical on the defense that time, not contesting the shot by Ward, but now looking to retaliate along the baseline.
And Kobe Bryant right to it. He has 11. 5 of 9 from the field.
Tough matchup. Bryant 6'6", Ward 6'2".
Talking moments ago about the dynamic between Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant, how these two guys have not gotten along no matter what Shaq has claimed over the years. And our statistician Dave Freed, who seems to monitor turmoil, reminds us that Scottie Pippen and Charles Barkley also did not get along well as members of the Houston Rockets. They both went public, but it was not quite what we saw in LA between Shaq and Kobe. Shot clock is down to 4. Harrington.
Hellman getting all the bounds now, averaging 9 a game.
Now Frank Williams defending on Kobe Bryant. And a foul is called. It is on Williams. Franco's 6'3", about 210 pounds.
Let's take the pick and roll, a high pick and roll by Grant. Saw Williams right there. He has to get over the top. Well, right there, he should have gone behind the screen because Kobe was not looking to shoot the ball. Get over the top when there's a threat.
Williams got a piece of it and got a piece of the arm of Bryant. So Kobe Bryant to the line.
When Kobe enters the game, he's the featured player. So early on, we saw him post up Ward along the baseline. And this time, Kobe with Williams. This was the previous matchup right there, a mismatch. So Kobe, an excellent free throw shooter for 2.
Well, Kobe's missed 2 tonight. He's 1 for 3 at the line.
Made 11 of 11 last night in Detroit.
Coming into tonight, he hit 30 of his last 31. Lakers 35 and the Knicks 27. Lakers have won 3 of their last 4. They lost in Detroit last night. Knicks come off a win here at home against the Celtics, but they are just 3 up and 7 down. And the foul is called. Bryant going for the steal, leaning in and collects his second.
All right, bad luck for Kobe. Watch him. He does the right thing. Gets in the passing lane, but too zealous as he caroms into Doliak and charged with his second foul. Knicks have it along the side.
Lakers' second team foul. Knicks have 3. Knicks have Weatherspoon up front along with Doliak and Harrington, Ward, and Williams at the guards. Williams tries the 3, rebounded by Malone. Karl Malone doing a terrific job with his 6th rebound along with 5 points. Bryant on a catch and turnaround. Nice play by Ward, able to tip it to Harrington.
Knicks continue to misfire everything from the perimeter. With Shaq not in the game, they should be able to get into the paint.
Kobe giving Williams that outside shot. Ward with a nice move.
Yeah, there it is. Nice diagonal cut by Ward with the finger roll.
So the Lakers now lead by 6. That got Phil Jackson up off the bench and a timeout call. Charlie Ward with a beautiful move, cutting inside and able to hit with the flip shot.
Friday on
Inbound the basketball. He does to Reed. Willis hooked by Bradley, and that's the story. The New York Knicks have defeated the Los Angeles Lakers by the score of 102-93, and they race off the court here at the Forum in Los Angeles with the 1973 World Championship, doing it in 5, reversing the scene of a year ago.
Well, that's the Knicks' second championship, taking the Lakers in 5 in LA, and there is an autographed 1973 Knicks championship team photo montage. Photo taken by Madison Square Garden's official photographer George Kalinsky, autographed by every member of the 73 Knicks championship team, and as part of MSG Network's Cheering for Children Week telethon. That among many items available, as there is an auction being conducted. Current bid for the championship photo autographed, $1,300. Clyde, is your signature on that?
Oh, yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal is back. Lakers up 35-29. 4 minutes gone by in the second quarter. Evan George picking up Michael Doliak on a switch.
The Shaq, as we mentioned, will not come out and contest Doliak, so a good move by the Lakers. But Spoon is open from there now.
Weatherspoon puts it to a 4-point Laker lead.
See, Spoon was about 15 to 18 feet away. Again, Shaq falling back, not contesting his shot.
O'Neal getting excellent position, and he is hammered by Doliak.
Well, once he gets inside of you 8 feet away, you must foul. So because of his futility from the line, teams to foul him to send him there. So currently Shaq having his problems from the free throw line, 47% shooter.
Second foul committed by Doliak. Dikembe Mutombo will check back in. Shaq playing through a sore left knee. Has the stroke down now. 3 of 5 at the line. Here's Mutombo for Doliak.
Mutombo not a factor. Mutombo started the game, was in early foul woes and relegated to the bench.
The Knicks have committed 15 personal fouls. Lakers only 5 as a result. This is free throw attempt number 18 for LA. And 12 of 18 from the line. The Knicks have gone to the line twice. And it's not that they're not getting the calls. They are fouling.
Yep. Very blatant fouls. Swarming double teaming now by the Lakers.
Harrington. Lakers have Shaquille O'Neal, Horace Grant, Devin George up front, Kobe Bryant, and Derek Fisher in the backcourt. Frank Williams for 3. Yes. Frank Williams reluctant to shoot. Lakers are giving him all kinds of room.
Yeah, that might give him some confidence, though, switching that one along the sideline.
Lakers now lead 37-34. Good pass thrown by O'Neal, picking up the assist as he and Kobe go high five.
All right. So Shaq averages 3 assists per game.
He is an excellent passer. 5-point Los Angeles lead. Bad pass. And the Knicks turn it over.
Williams waited too long to get the ball inside.
Already turnover number 9 for the Knicks. Derek Fisher cannot locate the shot. Derek 0 for 6 from the field. Ward and Williams at the guards with Mutombo, Weatherspoon, and Harrington up front.
Too much dribbling, no ball movement. Ward dribbling, now Williams.
Shot clock to 3. Mutombo from way outside. And a loose ball foul against the Lakers. Stay right here.
Yeah, Horace Grant overwhelming Harrington that time. So he's charged with the foul. Watch Kobe right in the paint. That's at the free throw line. Getting the jumper 14 feet away.
.546 remaining in the first half, and the Lakers lead the Knicks 39-34. Kobe Bryant, 6 of 11, has 14 points. Shaquille O'Neal, 4 of 7 from the field, 12 points. And they've counted for 26 of the 39.
The Knicks are happy, though, because without Houston being a factor, without Thomas being a factor, Van Horn not playing tonight, they're only 5 down.
And here's Ward using the pick.
Knicks just a perimeter team now. Nothing in the paint. Everything on the outside. One shot and out.
All right, here is Grant. So the Lakers now lead at 41-34. Frank Williams with a wild shot. Frank Williams getting playing time here tonight because of the foul trouble. Allen Houston, who picked up 3 in the first quarter. Williams now with 5 points.
Williams shows flashes of greatness at times.
Bryant forced it. Mutombo changed that shot.
Should go back to Williams. There he is, exuding some confidence.
And rejected. Harrington on the follow. Rebounded by Grant. Fisher going behind the back. Cannot hit a shot. Knicks have a 4-on-2 development. It is a slow motion fast break. And a fella Harrington is able to score.
Not a good sign by the Lakers, not getting back in transition. Kobe and Shaq stand in the backcourt watching the action.
Phil Jackson cannot be happy with what he has seen at the defensive end. Last night, Detroit shot 57%. Knicks now at 45% from the field.
There you saw only 2 Lakers getting back, 4 Knicks.
Timeout called with 4:15 remaining in this first half. Clyde Frazier, Al Troutman. And the Lakers showed signs of pulling away, but the Knicks hanging in down by 3. Gary Payton made his way from Seattle after spending 12.5 years with the Sonics, then traded to Milwaukee and signed as a free agent with the Lakers, as did Karl Malone, both giving up huge money as they look for their first championship rings. And here's Malone who just check back in, going glass.
Ghastly shooting now by the Lakers.
Now Frank Williams looking for the shot. So Kobe move up closer. Harrington, played by Brian Russell, comes on for the first time. Here's Harrington, rebounded by O'Neal. Rejected by Mutombo. Williams for 3. Yes. Well, Frank Williams hearing it from this crowd. Hits his second from downtown, and the game is tied at 41.
You see Williams' confidence coming out now. Now he's beaten back door by Kobe.
Witherspoon trying to help out, called for the foul. A beautiful pass again by Shaquille O'Neal.
Watch Kobe and Shaq teaming up. There's a step on Williams. Kobe right there, Spoon got him, denying the dunk. So this is your Panasonic digital replay. Mutombo with the block. And then Williams downtown with another 3-pointer. Has 2 in the game, but he was the culprit with the foul previously. Or not the foul, but allowing Kobe to go inside Spoon with the foul. Kobe's had his problems from the line, shooting 2.
So that ends the 7-0 run by the Knicks. John Chaney sending on the rookie Michael Sweetney. So once again, he has played his entire roster. Keith Van Horn is not available because of the sprained ankle. It is most unusual to see a coach play an entire roster early in a tight ball.
Yep. So far, the Knicks are hanging top.
Mutombo. That ties the game at 43 for Dikembe. His first field goal. Just under 3 to go in the first half.
Shaq, excellent position. Lost it. Mutombo over his back. Might be charged with the foul.
It is on Mutombo. That's his 3rd. So 3 apiece now on Mutombo, Thomas, and Houston.
So when Shaq do that, you can ill afford to stand behind him. But he's so quick and big. See, right now he has the front. He's in front of him. Mutombo can't relax like that. Has to try to front Shaq on the low post. Easier said than done.
Shaq line driving it. He's now 5 of 7 at the line. A look at the foul rundown. Houston and Thomas have been sitting for quite some time, and now Michael Doliak and Howard Isley check back in. You know, fortunately, Clyde, the officials are accustomed to Dikembe Mutombo arguing every call, because They could easily tee him up, and now Tim Donahue just walked away from him.
Right, because he does it almost every time.
Lakers with a 2-point lead.
He speaks 5 different languages. Maybe he's not talking in English, so they don't understand what he's saying.
Right, here's Williams. A double team up. He's still alive with the ball. To set it up to Goliath. Frank Williams able to control the dribble despite the double. Game tied at 45.
A little razzle-dazzle by Frank, delighting the crowd. A nice dishing right here by the Lakers.
Russell. Knicks do not mind Brian Russell taking the perimeter shot.
Yep, like Fisher, he's had his woes from the field.
Down to 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Lakers up by 2. It's developed into a good one after that early Laker lead. They led by as many as 9. Shot clock to 4. Williams feeling it now. Frank Williams again. He has 10 points. He's 4 for 6 from the field.
And unequivocally his best game as a Knick.
Game tied at 47. And Malone is fouled. Basket will count. Once again, the Lakers get the call on the continuation. He was fouled by Sweetney.
Talking about a belated continuation. He was fouled way out on the court. Watch this. There's the foul right there. And 3 dribbles later. Let's take a look at Williams out of Illinois. Been languishing on the bench, but erupting tonight. Look at the razzle-dazzle with the dribble. Doliak, the recipient, with a good swish. And then in transition, Williams eluding Kobe, swishing it through. So, provocative play by Williams.
Kareem Rush has come on for Kobe Bryant. And the free throw is waved off. One of the Lakers stepped in the lane. The outside official, Tony Brown, said, we'll take that one away.
Shaq, the culprit.
Well, a moment ago, the Lakers with their 4 future Hall of Famers on the floor, Shaq, Kobe, Malone, and Payton. And you look at this Knick lineup and you say, who chose up these sides?
Where would the offense come from? Frank Williams.
And Sweetney fires one up. But the Knicks are down by only 2 as we approach a minute remaining in the first half. Malone is wide open. Rebounded by Weatherspoon. Look out, look out. Isley able to get it ahead. Here's Goliath. Oh, wild passing. And Williams for 3.
Oh, the crowd would have brought the house down on that one.
Oh, great hustle by Goliath as he and Shaq collide. And Michael Goliath is hearing the cheers from this crowd.
The crowd know that Knicks have been undermanned, outmanned, and they remain resilient. There Shaq collides with Doliak. So this crowd chorusing their heroes for a valiant effort here in the first half without Houston, without Van Horn, and without Kirk Thomas, their top 3 scorers.
Foul on O'Neal, that is his first. Next foul will put the Lakers over the limit. Knicks are over. Williams being played by Rush. Met by O'Neal. And a foul on Shaq. And there's no question the Lakers are taking Frank Williams very seriously now.
Yeah, doubling him. Early on, they were allowing Frank to take the perimeter shot. But you see right there, Shaq, ill-advised foul along the sideline. So Williams at the line.
Frank Williams has not been at the line this season. Coming up, it's the Tri-State Jeep halftime report. Jeep, the most respected and honored 4x4s out there, only in a Jeep 4x4. Deb Kaufman at the desk.
Williams' problem, flashes of brilliance, and then back in the doldrums. We saw that in the preseason, played well against the Nets, had 17 points the next night, didn't score.
Inside at 49, and the Knicks with a chance to take the lead. And this group has played well.
Very cohesive Knick unit, a lot of hustle out there. And listen to the crowd, giving them Paying homage to this unit right now.
And the Knicks have gone the last 14 minutes without Allen Houston, sitting down after picking up a third foul. Isley with a low percentage pass, and the ball back to the Lakers.
Malone reading his mind, knowing that he would come along the baseline.
Final seconds of the half. Payton Malone trying to keep it alive, and a loose ball foul. Sweetney called for submarining Malone. He got underneath him.
And Malone with reckless abandon. So Malone 6'9", 260. Watch it play right side of your screen. Right there, rising majestically. Sweetney never saw him. See, Sweetney's watching the ball. Malone collapsing on his back. Sweetney charged with the foul.
See Malone walk away from that with a grin on his face. He knew he got away with a little chicanery.
Should have been no harm, no foul.
Lakers by 1. 2 4/10 seconds remaining in the half.
More than anything, Malone was rewarded for his supreme effort that time. Did not give up on the play, but that has epitomized his style of play for 17 seasons.
Lakers by 2. Here's Isley getting to center court and shooting. Good first half here at the Garden. A half highlighted by the play of the second-year man from Illinois, Frank Williams, who has scored a career-high 12 points, 4 for 7 from the field. The Knicks in foul trouble in the first half, but the score at halftime, the Lakers 51. The Knicks 49. We'll be back here on MSG in a moment.
O'Neal's 14 points, but other than that, they look a little dysfunctional. As for the Knicks, they don't have Allen Houston for most of the first half. They don't have Kurt Thomas, Dikembe Mutombo, foul trouble. Who steps up? Frank Williams in a breakout game. He leads the Knicks in scoring with 12. Joining me here at halftime, and he will frequently throughout the season, is John Starks. And John, I don't know which we should talk about, the dysfunctional Lakers or the fact that the Knicks remind everyone that if you play a good, solid team game, you can play with anybody in this league.
Oh, no question. I think the Knicks are showing a lot of character out there, stepping up, especially when Allen's in foul trouble. You got Dikembe on the bench. You got
Allen Houston on the bench and
Kurt Thomas on the bench, and you need your bench players to step up, and Frank Thomas is that guy right now.
I was thinking of you a little bit, you know, having a breakout game, what that feels like to be on the court when all of a sudden shots start falling and things start happening for you. The highlights are brought to you by Jeep, the most respected and honored 4x4s out there, only in a Jeep 4x4. Take us through it, John. Let's talk about Frank Williams' game a little bit.
Frank Williams is doing a great job of getting open. Charlie doing a great job of finding them out there. That's been a question mark since he got here. Can he knock down the outside shot? Tonight he's showing that he can shoot the outside shot and be very productive out there. That's a good ball fake on Kobe, good pull-up shot.
11 minutes, 4 of 7 shooting. Frank Williams with his 12 points. Meanwhile, we continue with our Cheering for Children Charity Week. This is the final night. One of the items is you get to play horse with John Starks. H-O-R-S-E. You up for it?
I'm up for horse. Not one-on-one, but horse.
All right, that's up to $1,700. We've got the autographed Patrick Ewing night basketball. That's a one-of-a-kind. That's a very rare item. There is only one of those basketballs that we know of in existence. We've got the autographed Shaquille O'Neal jersey. That's up to $5,000. And now we want to talk about one other item, and that is the Allen Houston painting. This was done by an artist known as Frenchie during a game last season. He has also done many other athletes. He's a performance artist. A recent auction in New Orleans, one of his paintings of Michael Jordan went for $6,000. It is a gorgeous one-of-a-kind painting. This is not a print. This is the actual painting he did during a game at the Garden last year. You can go to FrenchieLive.com to sample some of his other work. And then you've got that one-of-a-kind Knick photo montage from 1973, signed by everyone at the 25th reunion. It includes an autograph of Red Holtzman and Dave DeBusschere. Here's a look at the painting that we're talking about. It's the artist showing it to Allen Houston, who signs it in the bottom. It's also, of course, signed by him. It is a one-of-a-kind painting. 212-465-3900. Your auction bids go to support the Cheering for Children Foundation, and John Starks will be answering phones in the third quarter.
You've been watching the Tri-State Jeep Halftime Report. Jeep, the most respected and honored.
Thank you, Al. Second quarter, the Knicks outscored the Lakers 25-19. Lakers at one point led by as many as 9. Lakers shot only 37% from the field in the first half. Phil Jackson cannot be happy about the defensive effort of his team. The Knicks shooting 46% as they connected on 20 out of 44.
And the Lakers last night, they're giving the Pistons over 50% shooting. And you see the Laker bench continues to be inept. Outstanding performance by the Knicks bench. 25 points led by Williams.
Allen Houston starting the second half, playing with the 3 fouls. Here's Shandon Anderson. He lost the grip on the ball. And back comes Payton. Lakers go to their starting lineup. Karl Malone, Shaquille O'Neal, and Devin George up front. Kobe Bryant, Gary Payton at the guards. And here's O'Neal feeling for Mutombo. Rebounded by Thomas. Thomas also playing with the 3 fouls. Just underway in the third quarter. Houston looking hard for that shot. Thought he was fouled by Bryant.
Good job by Bryant. He left his feet, but able to distract Houston on the shot. Shaq, excellent position there, 8 feet away.
O'Neal lost it. Played well by Mutombo. Here comes Isley. Thomas kicks it out. Anderson, nicely done, and the game is tied at 51.
Again, the Matador defense by the Lakers. 2 Lakers there, George and Payton looking at each other. Anderson slicing right between them.
Lakers come in at 8-3. They're on top in the Pacific. Foul is called off that entry pass. Mutombo is called for number 4.
So look for this to be a frequent affair. Shaq getting the ball into Shaq now. They're starting to feature the big man.
And Michael Doliak bounces off the bench. He will check in. Doliak did a good job in the first half. 14 minutes, 4 points, 3 rebounds, and provided some problems for O'Neal.
On the perimeter, because O'Neal was not coming out 15 feet away to contest this shot. Look for more action into Shaq now.
Along with another pretty pass. It's that beautiful swing pass to find Devin George, and the Lakers now lead 53-51.
Very acrobatic stuff by the 6'8" George.
Tripping foul. It's on Malone. That's his second.
Watch you look at the quick pass by Malone to George. Right there, hanging on the rim. Could have been a technical.
And before Isley can inbound, bodies hit the deck. The officials will discuss. Here it is on the lineup. Yeah.
Kobe got flipped over.
It is on Thomas, and that's 4 on Thomas.
You saw Kobe being flipped around, and they say Thomas flipped it. Now Thomas might get a technical.
Yes, he does. Not a smart move by Kurt Thomas. We have seen this on so many occasions. Picked up his 4th, and now teed up by the official, Tony Brown, and Thomas heads back to the bench. He'll be replaced by Clarence Weatherspoon.
After playing so magnificently, Thomas, and now reverting back to his old form. Very selfish play there, hurting the team.
Here's Kobe to shoot the tee. He's now 5 of 7 at the line. Weatherspoon played 11 minutes in the first half. Hit his only attempt. Scoring in the first half for the Knicks, Frank Williams, a career high 12 points in 11 minutes of play, 4 of 7 from the field. O'Neal is fouled by Doliak.
Lakers starting to work in the paint now. Malone, the trigger man, previously found George with the stuff. This time you'll find Shaq on the curl play. Coming from the right side of your screen will be Shaq. Doliak's playing behind him. Must try to get in front of him. But a nice screen by George to free up O'Neal.
Well, Shaq now 7 of 9 at the line. Reminder, tomorrow night right here on MSG, it's the Rangers in Colorado facing the Avalanche. Rangers in that 2-2 tie last night in San Jose, making their way from the West. Live coverage gets underway 10 o'clock. Rangers hockey tomorrow night here on the MSG Network. Lakers lead at 56-51. Just over 2 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Allen Houston has not been able to get off. And Houston, with only his third field goal, he has 6 points. He has been hampered by foul trouble. Lakers with vivid memories of the career-high 53 that he put up against them in L.A. back in mid-February of last season. Malone, boy, that stroke looks good tonight.
Yeah, you can count the seams on the ball. Excellent rotation on his shot by Carl.
11 points for Malone. Lakers by 5.
Houston looking to get going now.
Weatherspoon rejected. And here's Payton. Knicks able to stop the ball. O'Neal from Bryant. Beautiful look from Kobe, and again they high-five each other.
And the Knicks standing around now, their coach is concerned. They have called for a 20-second timeout. So Kobe, good peripheral vision to find Shaq underneath for the stuff. Watch Kobe right here, looking seemingly with eyes in the back of his head to Shaq. So Doliak not finding the big man in transition. Actually, Doliak helping out on the double team. That's why Shaq was all alone. Take another look, see Doliak. No one rotated on the back play. So good two-man game by that dynamic duo.
Recorder in the Knick locker room. Remember it?
No, I don't.
See, you care who was asking you questions. And you just, as the foul is called on Karl Malone, that is his third. Although I must say, I would make it a tie between yourself and Dave DeBusschere, most cooperative Knicks following games to talk to. You would just answer questions. They put the mic in there.
Right.
You didn't notice that. He'd be very hurt, Clyde. I recall that's how he started as a sports reporter before turning to news. Here's Houston with the shot clock running down. Doliak on the back tap, but misfires, and the ball back to the Lakers.
See a little frustration on the faces of the Knicks right now. And they must shore up their interior defense. Malone and Shaq having their way.
Lakers have the lead back up to 7. Payton, air ball, and the foul. That'll put Bryant at the line.
Shaq and Kobe now. Good camaraderie out there. Chest bumping, smiling. That's what passing will do, though, Marvin. Good dishing, finding the open man will do that to a team. I remember Willis Reed, our former captain, used to take me out to dinner. I was giving him so many passes.
He was conning you.
See Shaq and Kobe, the camaraderie for the second time. First time was the dunk on a splendid pass from Kobe to Shaq.
So Willis was buying you, basically.
Yeah, he was manipulating.
And you said fine. Lakers red hot at the line. They started out 9 of 15, and now they have made their last 14 free throws. Isley, Lakers now lead 62-55.
Knicks need some defense, though. Lakers scoring every time down or getting fouled going to the line. Now backdoor to George.
George is fouled by Houston, and that is 4 on Houston.
The Knicks a step slow. That's why they're being beaten with the backdoor play. So left side of your screen, see Allen doesn't see the ball. You got to see the ball and see your man. saw the man, never saw the ball, so that's why he created the foul George at the line.
The Knicks have now committed 24 personal fouls. The Lakers with just 10. And here's Frank Williams checking back in. And here's the cheers from the crowd. Frank had an outstanding first half, 11 minutes at 4 of 7 from the field, 2 from downtown, a career high 12 points for Williams.
Williams mitigating the loss of Houston and Thomas being on the bench with foul woes. That's why Chaney not reluctant to reinsert him into the game.
But the question is, can he continue those exploits here in the second half? Now the Lakers are taking him more seriously. Doliak.
See Lakers getting into a nice rhythm now. Shaq on the low post.
They clear it out for O'Neal. Anderson over. Payton on the follow. And this the biggest lead of the night. Lakers up by 10.
Nick Guard's not boxing out. Payton 6'4", hooping off the glass.
Anderson, yes. Shannon Anderson has hit 5 of 10 from the field. He is in the starting lineup for the injured Keith Van Horn. Foul is charged to Isley. And once again, the Knicks over the limit early, still 6:37 remaining in this first half.
Yeah, chronic problem for the Knicks. Foul woes, sending teams to the line early in the quarter. And now Payton will go. Previously, Payton sneaking inside, getting a rebound to score. So this time looking for 2 from the free throw line.
There is Rick Fox recovering from surgery on his left foot. Hurt himself in the first round of the playoffs last season against Minnesota. He's closing in, he says, on being ready to participate in 5-on-5 scrimmages. One other injured Laker, their first round draft pick, Brian Cook, recovering from finger surgery. Doliak called for the travel.
So what a difference a game makes. The previous game, Doliak was infallible. They made all the big plays, rebounds, big free throws. But this time the Panasonic digital replay catches him jumping in the air with both feet. So thus he turns the ball over.
Shannon Anderson back to guarding Kobe Bryant. And the call away from the ball. Offensive foul. It is on Bryant, so that's 3 on Kobe. 3 apiece on Bryant and Malone.
Let's take a look. Coming diagonally towards you is Kobe. Couldn't really tell on that play, but he's charged with the foul.
Doliak setting the pick. The pick and the pop, but Doliak comes up short. The Knicks are to have any chance at all. He must hit those open shots. Nice pass again. Malone finding Bryant.
Now they are a cohesive unit, dishing and switching, finding that open man.
Assist number 8 for Karl Malone. No one picking up Howard Isley. Phil Jackson could not believe it.
Right, Howard walking to the hoop. The Lakers have had mental lapses on the defense.
However, they lead by 10 as we come up on 5 minutes remaining in the third. O'Neal, wild shot.
Shaq thought he could draw the foul.
Anderson is open for 3. Williams on the rebound. He thought he was fouled. And here's Malone. Oh, he draws the foul. Knicks are over foul limit.
Let's take a look at Isley's basket. Watch him walk to the basket. Look at Shaq back to the ball. The other Lakers are watching their man. And no one saw Howard penetrating inside. That time Kobe doing a similar scenario diagonally to the paint. So that play epitomizing a good dishing by the Lakers, hurting the Knicks on the interior.
Foul on Isley, his 4th. He takes a seat. Charlie Ward checks back in. Look at that disparity. The most fouls the Knicks have committed, this the history of the franchise, 48. Well, they're at 26 right now with 5 minutes left in the third. I would say they have a shot at a team record. It was a game at Syracuse, March of 1950. The whistles were going wild. The Knicks and the Syracuse Nationals.
Look at that. Shocking. I mean, the opposition were entering this game had attempted 100 more free throws than the Knicks. But that disparity is very overwhelming.
Well, it's 35-4 now.
Because the Knicks are a perimeter team. You see everything is on the perimeter and not looking to get into the paint.
And they're doing a nice job doubling up on Williams. The shot clock running down. Here's an open shot for Anderson. Way off. Got air, and here's it from the crowd.
And he was uncontested.
O'Neal is fouled by Doliak.
Lakers doing a good job now isolating Shaq, so he can go one-on-one getting into the paint to get to the line.
4 apiece on Doliak, Isley, Houston, Thomas, Mutombo.
Swarming Laker defense, keeping the Knicks on the perimeter. Watch Anderson all by his lonesome behind the arc and misses everything.
An air ball replay.
The Panasonic way.
Yes. All right, here's Dikembe Mutombo coming on for Michael Doliak. We could see 5 Knicks fouling out here tonight.
That might be close to a club record. Crowd in a buzz now, not knowing what to expect from their heroes. Knicks were surprisingly productive in the first half, staying with the Lakers. But now you can see from the score starting to languish.
Don Chaney now has Charlie Ward, Frank Williams in the backcourt. Dikembe Mutombo, Shandon Anderson, and Clarence Weatherspoon up front. Here's Ward, fumbled the pass. Frank Williams being forced out to center court. Shot clock down to 2, so Mutombo shoots it. And the Laker defense here in the third quarter has been terrific after the poor play in the first half. Shaq is fouled, and Mutombo got hit on the follow-through. Foul is called on Mutombo, who got the worst of, well, apparently they say Anderson came over. He's called for the foul.
Watch Shaq, though. The finesse. Ooh, Shaq got Mutombo across the nose. I started to say inadvertently, but I don't know. Didn't look too inadvertent there.
What are we saying here?
I think he knew what he was doing on that play. So the omnipotence of O'Neal now overwhelming the Knicks in the paint.
O'Neal now 9 of 13 at the line. Remember, in the finals 2 years back, when the Nets, as once again, there's apparently someone stepped in the lane too quickly, and the officials talking with each other.
See, Mutombo was in there before he attempted the shot.
A double violation, which means shot nullified, jump ball will take place. When the Nets played the Lakers in the NBA Finals a couple of seasons back, Dikembe Mutombo had some pretty good moments defensively against Shaquille O'Neal. I should say when Philadelphia played the Lakers 2 years ago.
Shaq Chargers stealing the tap that time. So right in front of us, Weatherspoon to inbound. Watch Shaq go up quickly. Violation, cannot do that. So 2 consecutive blunders by O'Neal, 1 from the line, and now the tap as well.
Lakers digging in defensively here in the third quarter. Allen Houston is back. play very aggressively by Kobe, who now switches off to Williams. Here's Ward. Yes. He had a foot on the line. It's a two-pointer. Lakers now lead 72-61. O'Neal stops a facial served up on the Kimby Mutombo, and you know Shaq enjoyed that one.
And that really aroused the crowd. But again, the man's quickness at 340 pounds is mesmerizing.
Houston turned back by Bryant. Payton is fouled by Ward.
Laker defense infallible now. Impregnable Laker defense. Kobe and George provide an impetus. Shaq holding him up. Let's take a look at O'Neal now. Just watch the quickness of this man.
The Lakers are in the process of overwhelming the Knicks here in the second half.
Shaq's body all high above the rim over Mutombo.
Now Derek Fisher is back, replacing Kobe Bryant. Kobe sits down with 21 on 7 of 13 from the field. Fisher 0 for 7 in the first half.
Yeah, he was bricking it. But he entered the game shooting only 35% at Fisher. And we mentioned the Laker bench has not been much of a factor this season.
Houston. George played him well. They have locked up Allen Houston. Weatherspoon off a nice lead pass. All right, here's O'Neal working on Mutombo again. Now gives it up. Shaq is fouled as Ward came over trying to help. And a timeout is called with 2:26 remaining in the third. Lakers up by 13.
Hi, everybody. I'm Al.
Now Davis to Palacio, left corner three. In and out, stays out, rebound Snow. And he's fouled in backcourt by Carter, and that's the ball game, folks.
Philadelphia did an awesome job interior-wise.
Remaining in the third, Lakers up by 13, and again they're at the foul line. It has been a parade to the free throw line. This free throw number 42 and apply the franchise record most free throw attempts by an opponent against the Knicks. 74 by the old San Francisco Warriors back in November of '64. That was a double overtime game. So the record is 74. Lakers have been to the line 43 times. Houston, one of the rare good looks that he's had here tonight.
Right, that time shooting before he could be double teamed, which the Lakers have done a splendid job against Houston.
So Allen in 16 minutes, 4 of 8 from the field. He has 8 points. The last 7 games he's been averaging over 28. He picked up those 3 fouls in the first quarter, so has not been on the floor much. O'Neal rebounded by Weatherspoon. Nice box out on Grant and nearly threw it away. Now George up on Houston and blocks the shot. Here's the outlet. George slowed down by Ward. Nice give and go. Crowd wanted to travel, and they get a late whistle. It is a traveling violation.
Yeah, good recovery by Mutombo, forcing the turnover. So after a splendid defensive play by George, he gives it back to the Knicks.
Minute 35 remaining. In the third, Marv Albert. Old Clyde Frazier from the Garden. Packed house here tonight. Lakers sell out everywhere they play. Weatherspoon. And the Knicks shooting has cooled off after the 46% from the field in the first half. All right, here's Fisher for 3. Well, nothing.
A tumultuous night for Derek. So he's getting worse. At least before he was hitting the rim. That time, nothing but air.
0 for 8 from the field, and Derek in the past has been a sensational three-point shooter, particularly come playoff time. Frank Williams cut off by Gary Payton. Here's Williams going one-on-one and scores. What a move by Frank Williams.
A defiant Williams that time would not be denied.
So Frank Williams adding to his career high. He now has 14 points. O'Neal with the drop step move. And the Lakers get the new shot clock. Fisher is going to shoot his way back into it.
Wow, he's close to a record for futility. 0 for 13, I think it might be.
And as Ward had the ball knocked away, a loose ball foul is called on the Lakers. It is only their 13th foul.
Let's take a look at Frank Williams. Payton, one of the best on the D. Williams wheeling and dealing. Right there, a nice hoop off the glass for Frank.
We're checking that futility record. Our statistician, Dave Freed.
Tim Hardaway. Was it Tim?
Pointing it out that it was Hardaway 0 for 17.
Oh, got a little ways to go yet.
Right. That was back in December of 91. Williams had it knocked away. So Fisher now is 0 for 9.
See, I would stop after 10. I would give up for tonight.
Final seconds of the third quarter. Here's Fisher, and he's fouled by Williams. The Knicks are over the limit, so Fisher will go to the line for the first time tonight. And let's see if it affects his free throw shooting. He's 16 for 20 at the line on the season, an 80% shooter. Lakers 15 of 19 at the line this third quarter. And here is Luke Walton coming on for the first time, replacing Shaquille O'Neal. Sits down with 23 points, 6 rebounds. Luke, the rookie out of Arizona, of course, the son of Bill Walton, second-round draft pick. Williams gets it off. After 3, it's the Lakers 80, the Knicks 67. Fourth quarter, the Knicks are trailing the Lakers 80 to 67. Shaquille O'Neal sitting out with 23 points. Our Nissan trivia question, Clyde: who was the last player before Shaquille O'Neal to lead the NBA in scoring and field goal percentage in the same season? I would think it would probably be a center because of low percentage shots. Well, high percentage shots, I should say.
Chamberlain?
I was thinking Rick Barry, who always shot well, but obviously I still lean towards the center.
Yeah.
All right, here's Fisher, who is working on an 0 for 9 from the field. Kobe Bryant looking to elude Frank Williams.
Nice post up by George. See, the Knicks have been vulnerable to that all evening with Shaq and Kobe, and now George posting up Houston.
8.7 rebounds for Devin George in his 5th year out of Augsburg. That's a Division III school in Minneapolis. Call is away from the ball against the Lakers. It is on Bryant. That's his 4th. How about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Yeah, that's a good choice.
No, I'm told with glee that is not correct. As Kurt Thomas hits, Kurt Thomas playing with 4 fouls.
Knicks can ill afford to trade hoops here. They need some stops, but they haven't been able to stop the Lakers here in the second half.
Rick Barry is not correct. Is that? Here's beautiful stroke by Horace Grant. Bob McAdoo led the league several times. I'm told that is correct.
McAdoo?
Yeah. They are really annoyed in the trouble. Well, Last player before Shaquille O'Neal to lead the NBA in scoring a field goal percentage in the same season. McAdoo did it 73-74. As a member of the Buffalo Braves, he eventually played for the Knicks, Celtics, Lakers. Harrington is stripped. Beautiful play by Malone. Last touch by the Knicks.
Yeah, Malone was a good sleight of hand. Watch him step away from Harrington. See, Harrington never saw him. Then the presence of mind to throw it off of the Knicks player, so the Lakers have it.
Minute and a half gone by. And the fourth, the Lakers up by 15.
The Lakers are working their triangle offense now to perfection against the Knicks.
Here's Grant. Houston. Devin George has done an excellent defensive job on Allen Houston.
So has Kobe, man. They've been hounding him throughout the evening. George contesting every shot by Houston.
Offensive foul. It's on Grant. So the ball back to the Knicks. Horace Grant in his second go-around as a member of the Lakers. Signed as a free agent to back up Karl Malone. Also plays some backup center. Played only 5 games last year with Orlando. Eventually released. He and Doc Rivers did not see eye to eye.
In the sky. Right. They want to work. Returning from a trip somewhere, and they got into an altercation on their plane.
Foul on Fisher. That is his second. When Frank Williams began to heat up, when he first came on in the first half, Kobe Bryant went along press row as Houston fires a 3 and said, "Who is this guy?" And then he found out. They gave him the rundown. Second-year player, Illinois.
Erratic, but can't be dramatic.
Yes. Had some flashes last season. Here's George for 3. And the rebound handled by Harrington. The steal by George, and he is fouled.
It's going to be a clear path foul, though. Clear path meaning no defensive player was ahead of the Laker player. Watch Williams get picked right here. Slick play by George coming on the double. Williams never saw him. And there, Harrington was the last line of Knicks defense, thus the clear path foul.
So Devin George gets the free throw, and Lakers will take possession on the clear path call.
Phil was yelling at Grant about something and his team.
You know, this goes back to their days in Chicago. Phil always needed someone to scream at. There was Horace Grant at one point as a member of the Bulls. Then it became Tony Kukoc later on. That's why he brought Horace back.
You got that from the Knicks coach Red Holtzman used to do that.
Malone won't count. Offensive foul. Luke Longley at one point also heard it from Phil. Who did Red yell at? Not a thing.
Phil.
Who did he?
Phil, yeah.
Excellent.
Phil used to tell Phil, don't dribble the ball. I don't care what happens. Don't dribble it.
So there's some deep-seated philosophy that came out of that. Karl Malone able to do it on the break. And hearing the applause from the crowd, they appreciate what this 14-time All-Star has done. That's the largest lead of the game. Lakers up by 18. Houston is fouled. He's tripped up. Foul on Bryant.
And Malone continues to thrive in transition. So the Lakers now putting on a show.
You know, you never know where you're going to find Angles fans. We know Al planted the hat on that young lady with some cash involved. Lakers 87, Knicks 69, 8.5 remaining in the fourth quarter. Harrington flashing in the post. Shot clock is down to 2. Isley has to force just did catch the rim. Eric Fisher and Kareem Rush now in the backcourt with Karl Malone, Devin George, and Horace Grant up front. Phil Jackson able to rest Shaq and Kobe.
Back door.
Malone once again trying that over-the-head flip.
Yep, George was there, but the pass was awry.
Well, this crowd was buzzing earlier. Knicks coming on late in the first half. And Nick Clay has put these folks to sleep.
Yep, Lakers toying with the Knicks now.
Knicks have been in foul trouble right from the start. Allen Houston, he has 10 points, but 4 fouls apiece on Houston, Thomas, Mutombo, Isley, and Doliak. The Knicks have committed 32 fouls. Lakers have gone to the line 46 times. The Knicks have been to the free throw stripe only 4 times. And finally, Derek Fisher knocks one down. It's a 3. So Tim Hardaway's record is safe. Tim went 0 for 17 one night. Fisher was 0 for 9 before he just connected. Lakers 90, Knicks 71.
George continues to hound Houston and the Lakers defense swarming.
Fisher for Grant, 3-on-1. Grant not able to complete it. Thomas. Karl Malone has gone what? This is 34 minutes. He has played most of the way.
Energized 34 minutes by Malone. And remember, he played last night, so not having any ill effect on him.
And this is a guy, bad play by the Knicks. Sloppy play gives it right back to the Lakers. This is a guy who was a question mark because of a pulled hamstring. He'd actually re-aggravated an injury. And here's Karl going most of the way. We're looking at probably a 40-minute performance.
Friday on MSG. The Knicks are in
a difference. There's Antonio McDyess, who did take part in his first full contact scrimmage yesterday since suffering that fractured left kneecap about 13 months ago. Said he felt no pain, felt his wind was good, but he was rusty. There was some talk he might make his return against the Pistons in Detroit on Friday after one more practice, but he said no, that will not happen. It feels, he said, like I'm nowhere near where I want to be when I step on the court. So they're still pushing it back. Here's Malone knocking down another jumper. Antonio said when he steps onto the court, he wants to be 100% and confident. Knicks play at home on Saturday against the 76ers. Howard Isley for the Knicks. So the Lakers now lead 92-73. Isley on the steal. Here's Anderson. Just under 6 minutes remaining on the fourth. Knicks doing some pressing here. George. Lakers with 2 starters remaining on the floor. Karl Malone and Devin George. And Phil Jackson now will send on Kobe Bryant.
Very few uncontested shot attempts tonight for Allen Houston.
Houston is 5 for 14, only 10 points. Fisher.
Malone continues to dish, that time finding Fisher.
Lakers have won 3 of their last 4. They have had their problems on the road. They're 5-0 at home. Tipped by Thomas. Lakers 3-3 on the road. The Lakers have won 20 straight regular season home games at Staples. Off the steal, Knicks not able to maintain possession. And during the regular season, their last home loss came at the hands of the Knicks. That was February 16th. That's the game that saw Allen Houston put up 53 points. Ball back to the Knicks. Knicks won at 117-110. In the playoffs, though, the Lakers did lose at home. Spurs beat them in the Western Conference semifinals, Game 6 in Los Angeles. Lakers last year at 50-32, got off to the slow start, came on, finished second in the Pacific, and then in the playoffs they beat the T-Wolves in 6 and lost to the Spurs in 6 in the Western Conference semifinals. Reach-in fouls. It is on Fisher.
And this season, of course, the Lakers with the new acquisitions of Peyton and the Mailman, favored to win the NBA title. I jumped on the bandwagon. Not looking as formidable as I thought they would look, though.
But it is early, and this club historically has, in recent years, since Phil Jackson took over, has put on a strong run at the end of the season. February, March, April. Here's Goliak. They did a good job in restructuring. Gone from last year's roster is Robert Horry, is now with San Antonio. Mark Matson is with the Timberwolves. Samaki Walker is with Miami. Here's Fisher, and he's fouled. It counts. And the foul on Goliak.
The rejuvenated Fisher had his woes early on, but then went to the free throw line, made a couple of free throws. He made a three-pointer. And now, good effort to get to the basket. And he's looking to complete the conventional three-point play this time as he will shoot one.
Foul on Michael Sweetney, who just checked in. Frank Williams makes his return. Luke Walton is back for the Lakers. We're down to 3:42 remaining in the fourth quarter. And Derek Fisher with free throw number 47 for the Lakers. Most free throw attempts this season in the NBA. 48 by the Wizards in a game against Atlanta this past Monday. 97-79 Lakers. Crowd beginning to file out. Last touched by Fisher.
Yep, it looks like Grand Central Station in here at 5 o'clock right now. A lot of hustle and bustle.
Shot clock at 8. Sweetney. So Michael Sweetney with only his second field goal in the NBA. Down to 3 minutes remaining in the game as the Knicks have been overwhelmed by the Lakers in the second half. Made it close at the end of the first half, but the Lakers came out with a different defensive philosophy. Sweetney blows the follow. Lakers came out very aggressively on the defensive end of the third quarter.
Right, took Houston out of the game with some aggressive double teams. And thus caused the Knicks their demise.
Away with that first stuff. O'Neal.
All right, and it continued the resounding stuff by Shaq, especially in the third quarter when the Lakers and Shaq overwhelmed the Knicks to get the lead. The Knicks were never able to recover.
23 points, 6 rebounds, a couple of assists for Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq successfully going to the power game against the combination of Dikembe Mutombo and Michael Goliak. Sweetney getting time here against fellow rookie Walton. Look out. Williams. Played by Rush. Shot clock down to 1. And it's a 24-second violation. The basket will not count. A lot of dribbling, a lot of passing.
And the vexing Laker defense continues. The starters on the bench, but the tenacity continues on the defense for the Lakers.
Under 2 minutes remaining in the game. Harold Pargo making his first appearance of the night, last touched by the Knicks. Pargo in his second season out of Arkansas. There he is, signed as a free agent last year, appeared in 34 games, saw spot duty.
Fargo, one of those guys, have to keep his ID tag with him to get into the arena. Hey, I play on the Lakers. Yeah, right. It looks like a little ball boy.
About 6'1", maybe, 175 pounds. But I'm Gennaro Fargo.
And in New York, they say, yeah, and I'm Shaquille O'Neal.
They double up on Harrington and batted out of bounds. Last touched by Kareem Rush.
When you're not a threat to get in the paint, this is what the defense can do to you. They are not fearing the Knicks still going inside, so they doubled them up, kept them on the perimeter.
Anderson. And a loose ball foul against the Lakers.
Finally, the Lakers in the penalties, and the Knicks will look to shoot 2.
Now, the Knicks only 4 of 4 at the line. The Knicks all-time record low free throw attempts. Statistician Dave Freed, a busy guy here tonight. The all-time record low 4. And this will be surpassed right here. On 2 occasions, you were on one of those teams. I know you remember it vividly in Atlanta, March 6, 1974. Clyde, in your hometown, only 4 free throws for the Knicks, and then only 4 against Memphis last month.
Oh.
Fascinating, huh?
Yeah.
Lakers now lead 97-83. We are down to 1 minute remaining in the game. It's a 3-point attempt. Brian Russell from downtown. So the Lakers will make it 4 wins their last 5 games and a record of 9-3 as they bounce back from the loss in Detroit last night. Nice move by Sweetney, but came up short. And the Knicks will drop to a record of 3-8. And they'll make it 5 losses the last 6 games. Horace Grant able to lay it home, 102-83. Down to 25 seconds to go. Here's Harrington. For the Knicks, a brutal second half. They were completely taken out of it by the Laker defensive play. The Knicks in foul trouble all night long. They had that good run at the end of the second quarter, and the Lakers went it going away 104-83. Shaquille O'Neal led the way with 23. Kobe Bryant with 21. Karl Malone 17 points, 14 rebounds, and the high point man for the Knicks, Frank Williams, a career high 14.